able to come back in this game.
Yeah, as you guys talked about, the points in the paint, so a couple of road tower was super efficient. And that deflection was for the second half of this game. But I got to utilize our bench. Dom played some really good minutes, so hopefully we could get some good stuff out of her in the second half.
All right, Noe, thanks a lot. We appreciate it.
Certainly saw some nice bounce and just going right over Aaliyah Boston.
You brought it up before, though, and to Noe there. Double overtime game and then a day game today. Cunningham again. Sophie Cunningham, 3 for 3 from deep. 9-point Indiana lead. Wheeler had a poke from behind. She's given Brent and his hoodie a run for its money.
No, she doesn't hide the snacks.
That's
like
right.
Her dad did, though.
Right, her dad had the secret snack compartment.
The snack pouch.
Holly, you got a little something on the bounce back for Seattle after that double OT? Because Nneka, she looks just fine.
Did a film session and just a light walkthrough at 11 a.m. yesterday, but I thought it was interesting. Noelle Quinn told us that Skylar Diggins was here at 7 a.m. doing Pilates, so I don't think they're too tired, but she has been very judicious in her use of the bench and making sure she has that energy late in the game when they need it.
I mean, when you talk about work ethic and fitness, Skylar Diggins as good as it gets. As Williams rattles in the jumper. When you look at Nneka and Skylar, the shape that they maintain throughout the course of the season, all these years into their career, so impressive as McDonald spins it in, plus the foul, and Ari McDonald a chance for 3.
Where did she get to, Ryan? Out of Ari's house, she just got to her house.
You know, you set me up with a beautiful lob, and I just...
Whiff.
Just 10 points combined between Mitchell and Boston, and yet Indiana a 10-point lead. Diggins couldn't finish it. Out of bounds, going to stay here. Shooting 54% as a team. Diggins, great look. The block from Boston, and then the shot clock violation. But it looked like it had hit the rim, and that's what Nneka Ogwumike is saying. And then Wheeler gets wide open as Kelsey Mitchell got screened. And that's a bucket for Seattle that never should have existed. But they take advantage. Howard on the other end can't finish. Storm looking to push in transition. Wheeler into the corner, and Williams couldn't hang on.
See the
striking out Wheeler. Mitchell will fire. Still can't hit from 3. Kelsey Mitchell 0 for 5 from downtown. It's 50% from 3. Having an all WNBA type season. Had a great case to make one last season, got a lot of votes, but fell short. You would think she'd make it this season as Wheeler can't finish. Here comes McDonald, 5-on-4 developing. McDonald blasting to the bucket. A little too much on it. Magbagor now. Williams. Directing traffic, wants a screen, gets it from Magbagor, gets it back to her. Magbagor able to finish. Outstanding orchestration there from Gabby Williams, and Indiana needs a timeout.
Gabby Williams on the drive.
Just in case fans are wondering, well, you know, what happens off a deflection from a defensive player if it hits the rim? Shot clock still would reset. It doesn't have to be a shot. As Howard somehow spins that in, plus the foul. In the pro game, in order for the shot clock to reset on a ball that hits the rim. In the pro game, just as 9-point Indiana lead. Howard has 15 points, 7 of 9 from the floor. Low pass, Mitchell digs it up, using her size on McDonald. Here's Magbagor, leaving it short. Kelsey, but Indiana has been able to weather it thus far. Here's Cunningham, who has 13. Boston keeps it, dishes, knocked away, out of bounds, 7 to shoot. Arnold leaves it short on the 3. Indiana just 3 for 14 from downtown. Knocked away by Howard into the lap of Kelsey Mitchell and Magbagor. And Mitchell hits the free throw. Does that get in? Would combine for that. You'd never think this would be the score. Cunningham again! Sophie Cunningham has tied her season high, 16 points, 4 of 4 from three-point range.
Fantastic.
The pony needed to be on point, and it is, most importantly. Joining Lenny Wilkins as the only immortalized on the logo there. Here. Such a great basketball area. Level. So many legendary careers beginning in the Pacific Northwest. Here's McDonald. Off to Hull, shot clock at 3, finds Howard, her jumper, sure.
That was a terrific defensive possession by Seattle and a way to get a decent look at the end of the shot clock.
17 for Howard. She is 8 for 10 from the floor. Poked away by Hull and out of bounds.
Possession, there wasn't a lot there. Malunga fronting, Aaliyah Boston making no pass, able to go into the post, and still great job by Howard. Flashes, catches at the free throw line and still drains it.
I mean, she just has a knack for spots on the floor, for being a scavenger on putbacks on the glass. Malunga off on a 3. McDonald falls in the rebound, pushing pace immediately for Indiana. Here's Cunningham, one more. Not that time. Knocked around, and Magbagor comes down with it. Malunga running the floor, trying to save it, and does. Mitchell lays it in. Here's Duntis. She provided some scoring off the bench in the first half. Catches it on the move and gets fouled on the pass.
Aaron McDonald a little
for Seattle. Duntis fakes the 3, the drive, the floater, too strong. Hull a 3, off. Howard trying to grab it, and it so often. Here's Malunga on the drive, laying it in with the left hand. Seeing that aspect of the repertoire from the 19-year-old. Stephanie White, as she looked at the way things are condensed in the standings and started to think about, is a 2-seed possible? Is a 3-seed possible? She said no, but the one thing she has focused on with her team is tiebreakers. It was important for them to get one against Vegas a little over a week ago, and now feeling like it's really important to lock that down here against Seattle. Colson couldn't hang on to it. Gabby Williams jumper ribs out. Cunningham able to hang on to the board and got fouled, so free throws here for you and I both, as we were flying here yesterday. We're watching Minnesota just absolutely thump been the MVP of the league up until this point.
Certainly one of Minnesota's best games of the year in terms of shooting the basketball from deep on one.
And a travel here, and Minnesota also making
probably their best performance of the season, but certainly adds some toughness, in particular on the defensive end of the floor at the wing position.
10-point Indiana lead as Colson tosses it too tall. A week from today, 12:30 Eastern on ABC, August 10th. First game was another exciting matchup between those teams. Williams with that mid-range jumper. Seattle has not really been able to claw close. Finish this third. Boston looking to take the rookie. Boston can't find anything there. Malunga the denial. Ogwumike stops and hits. It's a 6-point game.
Seattle cleared out the left side action.
They lose it on the screen. Diggins alone for the lay.